What is going on, guys? Face here with Electronicans, bringing you yet again another horror movie review. This one I just watched recently. I just got done watching it. This movie is called The House's October Builds. It's from the producer of Insidious and Paranormal Activity. It stars Brandy Schaefer, Zach Andrews, Bobby Rowe, Mikey Rowe, and Jeff Larson. Now, this movie has just. I'm gonna say this right now. Well, first off, it's a found footage movie. It was it was getting pretty real when I was watching it. But here's what it's about. So these five friends are going around the country looking for the best haunt. Now, when I say the best haunt, I mean like the scariest haunt. Now, like the one that will make you literally shit yourself, make you pee yourself, and just fear for your life. Like it'll literally put the fear in you. Now, when I say haunt, I mean, if anybody knows what a haunt is, then I should just continue with my review. But if you don't know what a haunt is, then here's what it is. A haunt is kind of like it's a haunted house, or just basically it's just this like thing you go through, and you go there to get scared. It's pretty fun. I mean, I've been to one myself, and what it does is you just try to get the endorphins going, and it's pretty fun. It's awesome. I love it. I'll get to my experience with haunts later, but this one, kind of, if I hadn't already been to a haunt, this movie would have really messed with me. It would have actually put the fear in me pretty good. So these five friends, they go around the country, keep going to these random haunts that seem legit, that have live actors. All haunts, at least the ones that I've seen that are in this movie, and the one I've been to, have live actors. I mean, there are props, but they have live actors there that are dressed up as your worst fears. Anyway, it was pretty exciting. It was pretty cool to watch this movie. It kind of made me think about a few things, but let me get down to it. So let me continue with my review. I'm going off a tangent, and I'm losing my train of thought. So anyway, these five friends, they end up looking for they end up biting off more than what they can chew for, and they're trying to find the most legit haunt, which is called the Blue Skeleton, which is a haunt that travels all over the country. Now, when they actually find the haunt, and when they actually find out how to get to the haunt, some weird shit really happens. Like, the actors start paying them visits, or they're being stalked, or all of a sudden one of them has a camera in their RV and starts recording them while they're sleeping, and then they go straight to they get invited to the Blue Skeleton. They lose one of their friends, and then it just unfolds with them, I'm guessing, not surviving. But it was pretty scary, not gonna lie to you. If I saw this movie the first time before I went to a haunt, I'd be pretty scared to go to haunts after this, because this movie would actually tell me that, yeah, haunts are fucked up. Some haunts are so fucked up that it's not even funny. I mean, there's some skits in the movie that, some parts in the movie where it jumps over to somebody who runs a haunt, or who's an actor at a haunt, and they're getting interviewed about how far they go, or what's the best thing about their job, or what are some things that patrons have asked. What are the limits? What are the boundaries? To be honest with you, had I not watched this haunt before, this movie before I went to a haunt, if I watched this movie, sorry, let me rephrase that. If I watched this movie before I went to a haunt, I would never, ever, ever go to haunts. The movie was great. The acting quality was pretty convincing, not gonna lie to you. The special effects, well, it's just found footage film, so it's from the hands of a camera, and from a point of view of somebody who's holding a camera, not an actual cameraman, with special effects, some editing done. I mean, there was some editing done, but it was pretty gnarly. The scare factor was more of a psychological kind of scare. I mean, there weren't too many jump scares. It was more of a psychological thing. Like, if you actually went to a haunt, you'd get a bunch of jump scares. But for this one, it was more psychological because everybody, all these people who are dressed up in costumes, they are they're actual people. You know, they're just actors. But some of them have a pretty dark secret. Like some actors have pretty dark secrets, and some haunts pull some shady shit. Like for example, one of the interviews in the movie is that sometimes they recruit ex-cons, like former sex offenders, or people who are just have this deep inner rage that they just want to get out. And the best way, instead of going to the gym, meditating, taking a bunch of drugs, normal shit, they go to the haunt. They go and work at a haunt. Sometimes they serve their community service. They do their community service at a haunt, and that's actually pretty scary. That's more scary. That's scarier than the actual haunt itself. The fact that some haunts want to recruit these people, dress them up. And that's what this movie is pretty much teaching you, is that some haunts are really fucked up to a point where they'll do anything they can to get the scare out of you, to attract more patrons. And they're not looking for money. No, they're looking to scare the fuck out of you. And they will do everything they can to scare you. Now, with my experience to a haunt, I've been to one. It's called the Fright Factory out in Buckley. Great place to go, by the way. Here in the state of Washington. Now, Buckley is a small town, a little bit east of Puyallup. So I'm not gonna say hick town because, yeah, but it's a pretty small town. So they're all about country. They're all about drinking beer. They're all about having a good time. Now. I've been to the Fright Factory twice now. One thing that a lot of haunts like to utilize are clowns. Now, I have coulrophobia. Look it up; it actually exists. Coulrophobia is a fear of clowns. I hate clowns. Hated them since I was 5 years old. And why? That's a story for another video. But haunts like to utilize clowns, and that's what I saw a lot in this movie. And I'm like, damn it, I can't. God fucking damn it, I hate it. So, what I can say about is that this movie is, maybe you could fall asleep to it. Maybe you just won't get scared of it, because it's more of a psychological kind of fright. It's not one of those things that'll keep you awake at night. I mean, it might, because you never know when you're out in the middle of nowhere, or when you're out in another state and you don't know anybody there. You don't know how the people are there. It could keep you up at night. Be like, I don't trust these people. We all may be Americans, and we all may be human. We all may be human, but at the same time, our minds work differently. How we will do things, how we carry out our lives, it's completely different from what we actually do. We're all different. Some people do herd conformity for a little bit when it comes to politics, when it comes to serious matters. But deep in the back of our mind, in the closet, and when they say skeletons in your closet, yeah, that's because maybe there are skeletons in your closet. Things that you don't want to share with people because they'll look at you and say, you're fucking psycho. The cool thing about, these actors, like, I've been to this haunt before. I've been to Fright Factory twice now. They have a different theme every year, which is awesome. First time I went there, I actually got scared pretty good. I mean, it's the things that I wasn't expecting. They'll have your standard Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, all that. I'm not scared of that. I grew up on that, and I fall asleep to it. Literally, I'll turn on Nightmare on Elm Street and I will pass out. It's one way to help me sleep. But I think the major lesson is with this, but with other things, it's just like you don't expect it. Clowns scare the fuck out of me. I refuse to watch a movie with a clown in it. I refuse to watch an episode of Supernatural with a clown in it. Sorry, it's just not working. I will not sleep. Anyway, this movie pretty much teaches you something. It tells you that people are fucked up in their own way, and that They may be here to entertain, but maybe they're taking it to a whole new level that you're not agreeing with, that you may not like. So they keep it under wraps. And then that's when they'll scare the shit out of you, yes. And the way they'll scare the shit out of you is their way. And their way of scaring you might be to a point where your life is on the line. That's probably I think that's the message that this movie was trying to send to you, that be careful about what you wish for, who you fuck with, especially with the fact that this movie pretty much, there's a scene where all the actors of every haunt that these five people have been to are surrounding the um the RV that they're staying in one night, and that's fucking scary. Okay, see, actors at haunts are like carnies, and if you've watched American Horror Story Freak Show, you'll know that carnies are like family. So the actors at these haunts are family. You fuck with one of them, you fuck with all of them. And who knows, one of them might be an ex-con, or one of them might have killed somebody and hasn't gotten caught with it yet. So you gotta be careful who you fuck with. When you go to a haunt, you're there to be entertained. You're there to be scared. You're not there to ruin their day. Just giving you a heads up. Oh, by the way, don't go to a haunt drunk. It's something you don't want to do. Go to a haunt expecting to get scared, but you don't know how you're going to get scared. Anyway, do I recommend this movie? Definitely. I do recommend watching this movie, despite the fact that it probably got a mid rating or a low rating. And just go watch it for yourself. Don't knock it till you've tried it. That's what I always say. This movie you really have to watch. I mean, if you've been to a haunt, then I definitely suggest you watch this movie. If you haven't been to a haunt, go to a haunt first, then watch the movie, because this movie might keep you from going to haunts and having fun. Anyway, that's it for my review. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and a little thing I want to bring up, and I'm probably also going to mention this on Twitter and Instagram if you follow me on those two social media websites. Give me some suggestions of movies that you think I should watch, and that I should do a review on. I'd love to hear if this movie's scary or not. By the way, if it has a clown in it, I'm not going to watch it, okay? So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, as silly as that movie sounds, no, I'm not going to watch it, okay? Yeah, I saw that when I was 5 years old. Not going to happen again. Sorry. But, anyway, that's it for now. Just, like I said, give me some suggestions, and I will check it out. I'll see if I can get the movie and watch it, and I'll do a review on it. But in the end, this is Faith signing off.